lovelies, and welcome back to Vlogmas Day 16. This is me just continuing the vlog from yesterday on day 15, where just came back from church, stopped by a Boots, got some eye drops for my eyes. I was feeling a lot better and I was still feeling my two-piece. By the way, you guys, you can reach out to my sister for this two-piece. I'm sure she will be happy to help you out with either a pattern or this exact same two-piece. Just for those who are interested, DM me and I'll send you a link. Anyway, let's get into today's menu. As promised, this is my batch cook for the week. I had quite a few things that I wanted to make, but I only made about half of what I had on my list. I am making coconut rice, beans, soup, and I'm making Abono and Egusi. In this video, you get to see that unfold as the video plays on. Let's just do a really quick deep dive into our Bible study for today. We are looking at Luke chapter 16. And there's quite a lot to unpack in this particular chapter. I will only do like a glaze over it. Well, feel free to let me know what stood out for you in today's video. Anyway, from verse 1 to 13, we see the parable of a shrewd manager. And this is just the story of a man who is about to lose his job and wisely prepares for his future. There's a lot of lessons to learn here. We learn to be wise with our worldly resources and to use wealth to make eternal impact. Let your works speak for you even after you've passed on. And that you cannot serve God and money. That's a very important lesson to learn from that. We also see from verse 14 to 18 the Pharisee and the love of money. I always love Jesus's interactions with the Pharisee because he always puts them in their place. We see the Pharisees mock Jesus because of their love for money, and Jesus is very quick to expose their hypocrisy, outward righteousness, and their inward greed. He says that God always looks on the heart and not the outward appearance, and that all of this doesn't really matter. Again, we see from verse 19 to 31 the Rich Man and Lazarus. This is something to ponder on because this life that we're living is only a fraction of what eternity is. If we're distracted by what this earth has to offer and we lose sight of what's important, may we not have eternal regret in Jesus' name. That's my prayer, because this particular one from verse 19 to 31, I am going to have to sit down with it again because it's quite a deep read. What stood out for you in today's reading? Please let me know in the comment section. As usual, I will be here reading your comments and responding to everyone to the best of my knowledge. Anyway, let's get on with the rest of the vlog. The beans I'd made over the course of last week, but I just boiled it with salt and I put it in the freezer. We had some of it last week with some of the fish sauce I made, but this week I'm just finishing it off, making it into a wariro. So that's it. I love beans, by the way, if I've not said that enough. I'm also going ahead here to make my egusi. Egusi is something that I really love, but I kind of get tired of it as quickly as I fall in love with it. I don't know if it's just me, but it's something that I love to have other soups with. I like to have egusi and another kind of soup. It could be vegetable soup, it could be oboro, it could be oha soup, any kind of soup. I just don't like to have only egusi because I get bored of it very easily. I don't know if it's just me. Anyway, I'm using my fish and shaki and some crayfish and some stock from the goat meat that I'm preparing. If you guys remember from day 15, I brought all of this out from the freezer just to thaw while we went to church, and all of that is properly thawed now. I'm just going ahead to boil them. I'm also going to be making some coconut rice. This is something we haven't had in a while. It's been on my list for a couple of weeks now, but yeah, I'm finally getting around to making it. Coconut rice is something that is so easy to make and it tastes so good, despite how it looks. It looks like a rundown version of jollof rice because the color is not as deep as jollof rice, but it tastes delicious. It tastes delicious. Really, really nice. I don't know what coconut milk does to the rice, but it just makes it I don't know. Anyway, have you guys tried coconut rice before? Is it something you are passionate about? Have you tasted it before? I know people make it a couple of different ways. It's totally up to you. Anyway, instead of frying my goat meat, I've just boiled it. I'm going to use the stock to continue making my ogbono, but I'm going to air fry the meat just so that it builds up another layer of flavor, and then I'm going to continue using it to cook in my ogbono and my buka stew. So for the ogbono, I'm using some of my fish as well. I'm using some crayfish and some fresh onions just to build on the layer of flavor that I have already going on in the pot. I've also added a tiny bit of pepper in there as well. I like my melon whole, especially when I'm getting it from home or buying it in the stores. I just prefer to buy whole lemon, and I have this really nice thing that I do. I tasted it in someone's house back in South Africa, and I've never made my egusi a different way. So I like to put peanuts, roasted peanuts to be precise, roasted peanuts in my melon when I'm blending it. It just gives it an extra level of flavor. Have you tasted peanuts in melon soup before? In egusi? It's nice. It's normally do taste nice. It's very delicious, very delicious. Anyway, that egusi came cooked really quickly. I also had to turn down the heat because egusi doesn't really like heat. It needs to steam properly, or else you are gonna experience some very rude awakening. Very rude awakening. By the way, this ogbono was given to me by my lovely sister, Almost Space. You saw her in Vlogmas Day 15. We were dancing together after service. Ogbono, I love ogbono, and it's such a very easy soup to cook. Like you see, it's literally stock soup. And you guys, I'm still using my kale from a couple of vlogs ago. This kale, I don't know why I'm just stumbling upon it, but this kale is very lovely. I love it. I love the taste, the texture of it, and you see how fresh it still looks. I just chopped it up, bagged it, and froze it up, and look at how it still looks. This is not preserved or anything. It's fresh kale, chopped and frozen, and it's still serving. I bought 4 bags of it, and I'm still using it. I didn't even finish using it in this particular video. Anyway, egusi is done, ogbono is done. I'm just going to go ahead and start preparing my buka stew. Buka stew is something that goes very well with any kind of swallow, and it's very nice to have around the house, especially if you have a bunch of soup prepared in the freezer like me. This is something I love to do. So yeah, I'm using my pepper mix, the one I had left over from last week. I'm just seasoning it there, and I'm going to add water, lots of water to this pot, because buka stew needs a lot of time to simmer. It doesn't really need high heat, but it just needs a lot of time to simmer. I just wanted it to have that flavor of the goat meat and the shaki. All right, so what I'm doing over here is my sauce for the coconut rice. I just want to build some level of flavor in there as well, and I'm also going to be putting some palm oil in my buka stew, because what is buka stew without palm oil? What are you actually making if you don't have palm oil in your buka stew? I don't know. It can't taste the same. Anyway, today's shout out goes to JJM Kitchens TV. She's also an amazing YouTuber and is partaking in this year's Vlogmas, so please feel free to stop by at her channel and show her some love as well. Anyway, this chicken was what I made last week. I just marinated it and I forgot about it in the freezer. The boys were actually supposed to have this in wraps, but they didn't have that last week. They wanted something else, so it carried on into this week. This is how I'm able to save on some of my purchases for the week. Anyway, coconut rice. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't look like much, but it tastes amazing, and the extra crunch from the coconut that I put inside makes it just, it just carries the flavor through. I'm also putting some chicken chunks in there, just for an extra vavavoom, an extra something, just to zhuzh up what's inside the pot. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. This is Vlogmas Day 16. This is everything I was able to make. It was a long night because my eyes were stinging. I just had to keep applying my my drops, but yeah, this is everything I was able to make. Like I said, the egusi is probably what will outlast every other thing on this table that you're seeing, because we really do not eat it as much as any other soup. But yeah, this is everything. I'm just going to portion it up. Like I said, I'm the only one who really enjoys beans in my house, so I'm going to portion it up for myself, and make sure that it's like individual portions. So once that goes into the fridge or the freezer, I'm just going to make sure that, you know, I have spaced it out, and you know, it's easy for anyone to just grab. So over the week, we are just going to be making like swallows to go with the soups, or rice and stew, depending on what's available. Anyway, that's it for day 16. I will see you guys in day 17. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.